to Bag Talk Session, where we get real intimate with that spiritual bag within. I am your host, Tara Chantel. Today, I am so excited to have Kris on the session. She's an IG whisperer, a social media manager. She knows all about that social media, all about social networking. Y'all, this is a guru right here, so I'm so excited to have you on the session.
Thanks for having me.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm good. You know, we had to set things up because of this virus.
Yes.
But we made it work.
Yes, and we
made
didn't
it
let
work.
that discourage us at all.
We did not, yeah.
And I'm so excited that we're not even letting that
Right.
stop us, because we're still making it happen regardless.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about your experience in social media?
Yeah. So I've been managing accounts for like 3 years now. I started off in like hospitality sales. So I managed events for like hotels. So if like the Sheraton was having a wedding, that's what I would do. So they basically, I was working like 70 hours a week, and they were like, hey, can you do our like page too? And I'm like, are you serious? On top of everything that I'm doing, like you want to add this? But little did I know that like that was the doorway for me to explore, like, wow, like businesses actually need this and will pay for someone to manage their Instagram page and their Facebook page. So I was like, I can make this same amount just doing that. So that's what I did.
And it really fell in your lap.
Yeah, it really did.
Wow. So
really
what inspired you to help people to build their own personal brand?
Yeah, so seeing is believing, and unfortunately I think a lot of businesses, we're kind of late on the learning curve when it comes to presentation and how things should look. I'm an aesthetic queen. Like, I like everything around me to look nice, to look high end. So when I would go to a like page and the quality was like blurry or like hazy, or there was like sexual memes and just messiness all over the page, like no type of brand colors or brand clarity. I was like, this is a hot mess.
You are good with detail.
Oh, I'm very detailed. Yes, because like we live in a world now, like you just have to look the part. Like you have to look like you know what you're doing. Like no one's gonna want to buy or sell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to take yourself seriously.
You have to.
So we live in a very microwavable society.
Yeah.
It's like micro. So how do we grab someoe's attention now?
Right. So the average attention span now is like 6 seconds long.
That's embarrassing.
Our attention span is literally that of a goldfish. No, like we're like the same.
Way.
Yeah. So the first thing that I would just like get clarity on what you do. So when I go to your page, I should know by like your bio and by like seeing you what it is that you actually do. So I know that you house sit and you do hair and you're an acrobat on the like weekends, but put one of those like things there so that I'm aware of like what it is and what call to action you actually want me to take. Clarity, yeah.
Clarity is so necessary in this game. So that's one tool. Do you suggest any other tools that we need in order to build an online presence?
Oh yeah, there's a lot. I'd say my top 3 that people need. You need to be on IGTV now more than ever.
Really?
Yeah. Because like people can read your energy and they like can pick up on your sincerity. And that builds that like no trust factor. So if competitor A has like pictures and competitor B has both, which one will a customer feel more comfortable spending their money with?
Yes.
Someone with like just pictures or with both?
Yes.
Yeah, so you definitely need to start to get your face out on camera to build your personal brand.
Yes. That takes confidence.
Yeah.
Building a brand and building that online presence.
Yeah.
How do you suggest someone to build their confidence?
So my thing is like, you don't know what you don't know until you do it. I think that we scare ourselves because whatever that insecurity is so magnified to us that someone who was just walking by would not pick up on that. So it's really like getting out of your own way and getting the like bag. It's like what you want has to be more than what you fear. So just do it.
Just do it. And I feel like we are our own biggest critics.
Our own biggest,
How you said we can really stand in our own way.
Right. Yeah.
From getting to the bag.
Right. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. That's truly incredible. So what do you look for into building this next generation?
Ooh, that's a good question. I really want to empower people to work for themselves and take advantage of this online space. I think with what we're seeing with the whole coronavirus, like the virus, that like what is security? Like what is job security? There is none. There is none. Anything outside of yourself is not secure. So I want to teach people how to create their own security like online. Because there's a slice of the pie for everybody.
It is.
Everybody.
Why do you think that people have such a scarcity mindset and think that it's not enough?
Yeah, I think like everything goes down to who do you listen to. So if you listen to your friends who aren't like, okay, so my number one rule is if you don't have what I have, or if you have not achieved what I'm trying to, I don't listen to you at all.
Honestly.
And that's like
you don't
cousins,
know what's going on.
Friends, family. Because like faith comes by hearing, good or bad. So if you're hearing the wrong things, by like default, you're going to feel like there's not enough space for you. So you have to monitor like who do you listen to. You know?
Wow, that is deep. That is deep. Who do you listen to?
Who do you listen to?
Who do you listen to? And sometimes we don't even listen to ourselves because that negative talk can be ourselves.
Yeah.
How do we shut that off?
Yeah. So you have to drown what you listen to. Like so like here, so you have a like great platform with your podcast. Yeah. Like go to YouTube University.
Yes, that's my joint.
Like do audiobooks. I have a rule that I consume 2 hours of like content a day. So by the end of the month, that's 60 hours of information that I have about what I do that no one else has.
Oh, you work it. Oh, you work it.
So drown yourself and immerse yourself in all the free things and paid things to start to write a like new narrative of like what's possible for yourself.
True.
Yeah.
You have to even invest in yourself like this.
You have to.
Every day you are taking initiative to go after it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we use excuse like, oh, it's not enough time in the day, and we rather watch Netflix and chill in reality.
Yeah.
And you're not making no excuses.
We have all the time.
Yes. And all the power too.
Yeah.
That is incredible to me how you are trying to empower others to build their own brand and to create longevity for their careers as well. And I feel like small businesses get looked over, especially now since we're in like this big crisis and epidemic. A lot of businesses, we need to pray for them because it's getting real.
Yeah.
So how do you build your support system with your business?
So the first step, if you're building your brand, and like what I did was just started to put out free information, because when you do that, people feel like they can trust you. So if I'm looking to buy a house and there's someone on Instagram who is always just dropping house gems and tricks and things that I need to know, when it's time for me to buy a house, that's who I'm going to go to, right? So like you educate first, and then people will be drawn to what you're saying, and then that validates you and makes people want to work with you.
Yes, you gotta be a giver out here.
You have to be a giver,
Give more than you ask.
Yeah.
We are in a crisis, as we all know. It is really getting real. And now everyone is resorting to
stay home
Yeah.
and work from home.
Yeah.
Where do you see the future going after this?
Oh gosh. It's like so interesting because our parents' age, and especially my grandparents' age, when I first told them that I was going to work for myself and work from home, everyone laughed. They were like, what do you think you're doing? You need a 9 to 5, da da da. But now look. Now look, we have to wake up. Like there is no security out here at all. So I really see us being in the digital age and like living through our phones and making passive income through our phones, and the ones who don't, I think, will be left behind.
Yeah.
Sadly.
That is so true. You gotta
Yeah.
get with it. We are in
to.
2020.
Robots are going to be replacing us soon.
No way.
So it's like you have to do something.
You're gonna get replaced by a robot.
Replaced by a robot. Right.
Keep playing around
Exactly.
with it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So some people are afraid of change. How
Yeah.
can you encourage them to get
Ooh,
on this wave?
That's a good one. I would always say, if you were to die tomorrow and look back at your life, would you be full of regret that you didn't give yourself a chance? Fear is only real if we give it power. So if you are afraid of a change, the worst result is you being where you are now. There's nothing that bad that can come from going out on the limb than you just staying stagnant and watching your friends take wave and travel and have the things that they want, but you were afraid and so you didn't move. So just take one step at a time. Like, not every step has to be perfect, but just take one.
Just
You know, just take one. No one's asking you. Look, no one is asking you to quit your job and move to Alaska and like one day, just like come up with your business name. Next day, just purchase your domain. Next, just next day, think about what your mission is, right?
Yeah.
So just one step. No one's asking you to do all that. Yeah.
You gotta focus on one step, and we sleep on the baby steps.
Yeah.
When the baby steps add up,
They really do.
they add up.
They really do.
completely.
Yeah.
I like that. So I know I struggle with posting every single day.
Yeah.
If you don't post, you're not gonna get
Right.
no buys. You're not gonna get
Right.
no clients.
Yeah.
So how do you find motivation to post being
yeah.
a social media manager?
Well, my thing is that if I don't post, I don't eat. That's
Oh,
my
I don't
whole
post,
thing.
I don't
If I don't
eat.
post, I don't eat, right? I'd say we all can make an excuse, but there's someone in the Philippines now who would kill for $5 an hour.
Yeah.
That like you can pay them to do it for you.
It's no
So
excuse.
no one's asking you to invent the wheel. Just pay someone to like schedule them for you and be done with it.
Yeah.
You know, but it needs to be done.
It needs to be done.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's it's like you gotta find motivation somewhere.
Yeah. There's no.
Whether you gotta hire
excuse.
someone,
Yeah.
or just do it yourself.
Yeah, and there's apps like Planoly and Preview that also help to schedule your posts. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you got the answer. So I also feel like with social media, we stay in an era of pump fakers.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those.
So how do you stay real with a whole bunch of pump fakers?
Ooh, just do what you say you're gonna do. And also with a lot of people who say like, hey, I want to work with you or this or like this and that. I like just wait till they do what they say that they're gonna do, right? Like I give everyone to my assistant,
Yeah.
and we like pre-qualify them so that way that I don't waste time, that way you don't waste a time. Just find a way to automate your like processes to pre-qualify folks. And then as far as pump faking, I mean, just do what you say you're gonna do. Just
It's
be a woman
that
of your
simple.
word. It's that simple.
Really have that word of integrity.
Yeah.
If you say you're gonna do something,
Just do it.
do it.
Yeah, it's that simple.
And it's that simple. Because you don't know what may lead to another
Right.
opportunity if you're just being somewhere you're supposed to be.
Right.
You don't know. So many great things can
Yeah.
happen. I feel like some people think that social media can be draining if they have a weak mindset.
Yeah.
But you think otherwise because you know how
Yeah.
the influence social media
Oh, yeah.
has.
Yeah.
How did you build your healthy mindset?
Yeah, so I've never understood people who need a long break from social media.
Me.
Like, I'm immersed in it because it's my business.
Yeah.
If I were to not post for people or be on there, it's a lot of heat and would lose a lot of money.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
I guess the healthy mindset is set boundaries for yourself. I think that's the most important thing. So the first thing when like you wake up, you should not be looking at that. Your like first hours are ones that you should devote to your personal development,
Yes.
to listen to a audiobook or to read or to spend time with God or to meditate or like, just have some time and not be so obsessed and make your
that's a
phone
word.
and like idle and then cut it off at like 9. So from 9 to like 7, the next day, just don't be on your phone.
Yes.
So I don't think you need to like
Detox.
make an announcement. Oh, hey everyone, I'm gone fishing for 2 months and I'm not gonna be on here. Probably no one's gonna remember that. I'm sorry.
Yes, like,
So
oh
just
my
set
goodness.
boundaries.
They put a 90-day cleanse,
It's
a
too
90-day,
much. No
detox.
one really cares, if I'm being honest.
At
No
the
one
end of the
really.
day.
So just do what
Get
you
your
feel
life
like.
together,
Do
yeah.
what you feel like you need to
Yeah,
do.
you don't have to make an announcement.
You don't have to make an announcement.
But yeah, I don't feel like social media should be draining.
It's
you
not.
shouldn't be addicted.
Yeah.
I love that word, obsessed
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Because we have these endorphins that we want that instant gratification with
Yeah.
these likes now.
Yeah, and like that probably comes from not living a like full life. So my life is lit in person. I don't have to post about it every single day.
My life is lit in real life.
I'm like in love. With the man, like we don't post like every day.
Yeah.
I have a business. I don't post that. Like if your life is truly
Lit?
and full, you're not gonna feel like it's like unhealthy, because when it gets to like that point, then that means you just have way too much free time and you need to reevaluate your like goals and like focus on those.
Yes, reevaluate. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're constantly scrolling and not focusing on your business.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
some evaluation that has to get done.
Yeah.
I agree.
Definitely.
I love that you say you live a full life.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Oh my gosh. Full life is like I don't have any drama. Like that's my number one rule. I don't do drama in any way, shape, or form. I'm focused on my business. I have a healthy relationship. I have a healthy relationship with myself, and I have all of these goals that I'm working towards. So anything that's draining or toxic, I don't really deal with.
Don't even
know?
waste the energy.
I don't
in
even
it.
waste no, I don't.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And what really stuck out to me is having a healthy relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
How do we develop a healthy relationship with ourselves?
Stop hating yourself.
Oh, you
for the
dropping
things
that
you can't
that
change.
bag. I'm sorry.
Stop hating yourself for the things that you can't change. I was born with a speech impediment, so since I was a child, I stutter, and that comes from my brain moves like 6 to 8 times faster than the words that come out of my mouth. So when I talk, it's like my brain moves extremely fast. So throughout life, I was always teased and bullied and like ridiculed and put in speech camps and speech therapy, and people thought that I was like slowed because I couldn't get my words out, not realizing that I'm actually extremely smart.
You are.
That's probably why.
I got so much to say.
I have so much to say.
I have so much to say.
So I could be like so I have every excuse not to put myself out there and to stay in my own shell, but I realize that keeping all of that in is selfish. Like, if you are so stuck on the person that you're not, you are withholding your gifts from people who need you. Wow. So I may stutter, but what I gotta say is important. Yes. And what I have to say will change someone's life.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. People need to have patience with people. Yeah. Especially that, like, just I'm gonna get it out.
I'm gonna get it out.
Have patience with one another and be kind to each other like that.
Yeah.
Wow. And what really is just touched my spirit is not being selfish with our gifts. Yeah. Because you know this is bigger than you.
It's bigger than
you. know people are attached to your gifts with you. Right. So if you don't do it, people are lacking.
Yeah. Right.
Girl, you better let me know.
So just get out of your own way. Like, God has gifted us with so many things, and like you are doing yourself and the thousands of people that you can touch a disservice when you choose to withhold that. So just don't do it.
Selfish. Just stop being selfish. Stop being selfish and develop a healthy relationship with yourself. We need you. We need you to do your God's given gifts. Yeah. That's incredible. So what does your legacy look like?
Oh, jeez. I really have a heart for people who are different. People with physical deformities, with speech ones, and I just want, so although social media is about looks, I want to be a voice that gets people to stop looking at that, because God looks at the heart, right? Yeah. There are millionaires that I know who are on Instagram with like 30 followers, but because they only have those, you don't take the time to get to know them, or like just stop being so superficial.
Yes.
And start to look at people's hearts. And I think that would be the legacy that I would want to leave, is stop judging people, because you never know what they've been through to get to where they are, or things that they've done. Yeah. So that, and then of course, I'm going to be a multi-millionaire, so that's nice too.
Sprinkle.
Right. But I want to empower women to get online and to run their businesses. I think that's my main thing.
That is beautiful.
Thank
that
you.
Is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Why is it that we judge people for the lack of followers?
Yeah.
Why is it?
I've never been into that. I think that's stupid, but it goes back to that high school popularity type contest that's just happening on Instagram now. So if you have a lot of followers, you're at the cool table in high school.
So high school.
It's just so juvenile. It's weird. And I just don't get into that. So that's a good question.
Yeah. I was wondering that.
Yeah, I can't put myself in the mind of someone who's so superficial to judge that about someone. Yeah. So I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
Because I don't think like that.
I don't even think like that. Yeah.
That's dumb.
It is. And it's so shallow.
Super shallow.
That you care about your following count to appear to look cool.
Yeah.
But how you stated, you're cool in real life, sis.
I'm in real life. Now, at all costs, you should grow your following and grow your email list. So I'm not saying don't do that. Yeah. But I am saying don't judge people for the lack of that.
Yes.
Because that's
it's silly. It's really silly.
It's silly. Definitely.
So what advice can you give us to stop comparing ourselves on social media?
Get a real life.
It's so easy. It's so simple. Get a real life.
Get a real life. If you find that you are strolling endlessly on Facebook, endlessly on Instagram, and it's consuming you, then you just need to reevaluate your goals in life in general and work towards those goals and have healthy relationships in life. Like, get out, join like groups, go date, go have girls night out. Like, go do things in real life to where you're not stuck in that virtual world.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want to do is be secluded. Because when you're secluded is when all of those fake insecurities start to come up. Mm-hmm. So when you're in your room and you look up and you've been on your phone for like 2+ hours, now in your mind you're wishing that you had the nose that like Kylie had, or like have a fake butt like Kim has. Which would have happened if you were like out at like the park enjoying your life with real people. You know?
Yeah.
So just get a life. That's all I have to say.
Living your life and stop idolizing other people. You don't know what people are going through at the end of the day.
And a lot of folks have done some nasty things to get to where they are.
Yeah.
Some grimy things, have sold their soul to get to where they are.
For the money.
Sold it for the money. So don't even do that.
Yeah, don't even compare yourself. You don't even know how they had to what they had to do, to get there.
The price that they paid.
And what they really fighting behind Instagram.
Right, yeah.
They fighting themselves every day. So what is your experience like with sisterhood?
Like biological or
just women supporting women.
Women support. That's a really good question. I'm not going to lie. I've always been an athlete, so I think my sisterhood is always my like team.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm like alone. I'm a loner.
Yeah.
And I draw a lot of my support from myself.
Yeah.
But I have been wanting to get out more. But I'd say filter out the women that you choose to be in your life, because that can make or break you.
Yeah.
So just be cautious of who you want to be with and who you want to hang out with, because you never know who like envies your life or like what lengths they will go to like tear you down.
Oh yeah.
But sisterhood is good when it's healthy.
Yeah.
So I would encourage that.
Yeah.
I just haven't had a lot of it. I can't really
yeah. And that's what I feel like women need to support each other. We need each other in order to grow. Like this collaboration right here is going to benefit both of us.
Yeah.
And I thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
So how we close every bag talk session is fill in that bag.
We'll try my best.
Yes. Communication can lead you
in the best place you could possibly be.
Yes. Can you elaborate on how important communication is?
So a lot of times things get misconstrued through text or through email. But if I can communicate and pick up the phone, we can hash it out. So there's no such thing as like over communicating. I just feel like being clear will always get you what you want, or like at least let you know where like people stand with you.
Yes.
So there's no downside.
No downside of communicating.
Yeah.
You can't.
None at all.
Read your mind.
They can't read your mind.
You cannot.
Right.
Being a black woman
is unlike anything on this earth.
Unlike anything.
Unlike anything on this earth.
What you can take away from my bag talk session. So what they can take away from your bag talk?
Be invested in your own life, because your life is more important than the ones you're strolling to be like. Just get a life and be super immersed within yourself and within your life, that you don't look left or right, but that you run your race, because your race is yours to run. So stop comparing and stop letting the things or like your insecurities hold you back.
That is,
that's like a mouthful.
No, that's literally, that was we needed that. We needed that. It's incredible to me that you are a social media expert guru, but you preach, live your life.
Yeah.
Besides Instagram, don't be scrolling all day on social media. Like, get a real life.
If you have that much time, honey, like, no, like you need to be doing something. And so I typically wake up around like 5. And I say that I can't afford sleep because I'm not where I like want to be at. So some of you are like on IG all day, and it's like you can't afford to be on there because there's money that you need to be making. So unless you're active, so unless you're promoting yourself and like all of that, then like, you know, just strolling mindlessly is like you really can't afford to be on there.
Yeah, waste of time, waste of finger strength, honestly. Honestly, can you give us some last words of wisdom on branding?
Yes. So be clear about what you do and who you serve. So immediately when I go to your page, like, you should be, hey, I do this and I serve this type of people, right? So be clear on that. Be consistent on your page because like you never know who is watching you. So if I want my like taxes done and I see the last post that you did was in December, I'm like, like she still do it?
Are you live?
Or like you still on there or what? So be consistent. And don't put out hazy content. Like, make your content clear. Like, get an iPhone, have some sort of a photo shoot, but actually put time and like an effort into making your content look good. And the last thing is be the person that you needed to see before you got where you are. So with me and like my business, the like content that I try to put out are things that I wish someone would have told me when I was trying to become a entrepreneur. So put out that type of content that you would need if you were your customer's shoes.
Oh, yes. You know? Be of service.
Yes.
Be of service. So how can we find you?
Yeah.
What do you have up and coming for us?
Oh my gosh. So my personal page is at the Kris Randolph, TheKris Randolph.
Yeah.
And then I have a business called the Digital Ladies League that will be coming out soon. To give women the tools that they need to start their own 5 and 6 figure business online. So that will be coming out very soon.
Need it.
That's right.
Need it. So we can be in touch with you there and everything. Yes. Also, and one last thing I need to know, with Bag Talk Session, we focus on that spiritual bag. What are your spiritual gifts?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say I'm very discerning. You need discernment nowadays with everything that is going on. So be discerning and test all like spirits that come to you. I would also say I have a gift of connectivity and seeing people for who they really are. I don't get caught up in like the hype. I try to get caught up in people's hearts, and I'm genuine about trying to get to know like the root of people and helping them. So I don't know how we worded that.
Oh, you worded it so well. That was
discernment.
So beautiful. That was so beautiful, and just that genuine love and that genuine spirit you have. So welcoming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining Bag Talk Session. You guys, I hope you guys picked up this social media bag because we need it more than ever. Yes. Thank you, Kris.
Thanks for having me. I had so much fun.
Yes! You guys tune in. We'll be back at it with another